Happy Monday, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. Good evening to all of you. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Robertson's shot is off. Chicago with the ball. Here's Richmond. Here's Mikan. The rebound by Simmons. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league, and when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. Here's Robertson. Checking the numbers, he's averaging close to 15 a game. Outside Simmons. 5 on the clock. Pass to Mullen. Takes a three. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Outside Paul. There's a screen. Ben Simmons grabs the board. And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for Tampa. It's a three-point game.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Havlicek. Left side Paul. Here's Hawkins. True on the 14-footer.
One of the best playmakers we've ever seen. CP3's sense for when to pass is legendary.
Nice shot by Simmons.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Paul. Misses the layup.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Here's Mullen. On target from range. Mullen's got 6.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The drive by Paul to the right side. Jacks up a 3. Richmond with the bucket.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And here's Tampa now. Here's our test. They get it again. Out to the wing. From deep, here's Simmons. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Paul can't get it to go. Ooh, poked away. Here's Havlicek. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Robertson. Tipped. Outside Paul. Pass to Hawkins. Now here's Paul. Six on the shot clock. Here's Mikan. In transition, here they come. And Robertson gets it to go. Robertson's got his second basket of the game.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
Pass to Havlicek. Shot clock at 5. Drives to the hoop. Hawkins. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Can't hit it from 12 feet. To the paint. Here's... Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
Pass to Havlicek. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Here's Tampa. And Simmons, here we go. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Just about 7 feet. Simmons is a different kind of player. He's got point guard handles.
Pass to Richmond. No good with the triple. Tampa leading by 3. And here's Paul. Lets the 3 fly. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
If you get open, Paul will find you. Chris has the best vision in the game.
Here's Robertson. Out to the right wing. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Havlicek. Three-pointer in transition. Havlicek got 7 points. Pass to McHale. The 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Chicago ahead, leading by 1. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Yo, Eddie, in about 15 minutes, MyLeague guy's going up for
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Intercepted. Here's Mullen. The three-pointer off the mark. Chicago leading. Pass to Granger. O'Neal with it.
Tampa foul ball. Wrong on test. First personal foul. First team foul.
Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Pass to Blackman. Here's Embry. Simmons defending. Just 4 to shoot. Deflected! And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Checking in for Tampa. DeMarcus Cousins.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Ryan, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Here's Ball. Ball in the paint.
And I love how Ball will fight for it, getting around that inside physicality.
Pass to Granger. 4-3. Hits a three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 2. And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already, and we're not even in the second half. Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Well, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
Here's Embry. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Shot clock at 6. Back to O'Neal. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Ball surveys the floor. Cousins. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for Tampa.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running. Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Second team foul.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Mikan. Clock at 6. Here's Hawkins. Oh, a denial. And they forced a shot clock violation. Great D. And the Bulls making a change here.
Number 50, Brian Reeves.
Here's Free. And they cash it in right away with a quick shot. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Trailing by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Blackman. No points so far.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
Chicago's shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And Tampa making a change here. Good on both.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Now Ball. 7 points in the game.
Well, he's going to have to watch himself now. It's a little early for that second foul.
And here's Tampa now. It's stolen away.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
This one for 3. To the wing on the left. Pass to Blackman. Here's Granger. Pounded by Ball. Here's Blackman. 4 on the clock. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit. And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
It's Williams, high post. Over to the left wing. Here's Blackman. Pass to Granger. To the middle. Here's Hawkins. And he drives in. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
And he's all alone. Here's Free. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Here's Blackman. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Ball outside. Rebound by the Bulls. To the left side wing. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Yeah, terrific work from the mid-range. Ball has an impressive feel when to take these shots.
Here's Williams. Pass to Reeves. Here's Hawkins. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Chicago shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Defensive.
1 second left. Up in time. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Tampa. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Havlicek. Here's Richmond. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Cuts off the pass. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
And stolen by Paul. Here's Richmond. Right wing. Right side, Paul. Pass to Hawkins. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the drive. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Hawkins has got 13.
Yeah, the dime-dropping skills of Paul. Tremendous at getting it to uncover teammates.
And Paul throws it down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up the teammates. They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Lets it fly. Ball no good. Chicago leading by 4. And a fast break now for the Bulls.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And Tampa calls time here. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Robertson. He's got 7. Pass to Simmons. The 3. Simmons. It's good on the putback.
Physical play from Simmons chasing down the offensive board, making sure his team converts on this trip.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And here's Paul. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Tipped. Pass to Mikan. Here's Havlicek. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks down the triple. And the Bulls lead by 7.
I just love the ball move.
Inside. Back to Simmons. Here's Artest. Got a hand on it. And they'll get another chance. They shoot again. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
With a tantalizing combination of size and skill, Ben Simmons has to be a headache to guard.
Well, Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he can't get the first one.
George Mikan taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's the pick. Here's Robertson. Off target with the 3.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy. They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
Robertson. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he nails the third. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Paul. No made baskets yet. Ball stolen. In transition, here they come. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to O'Neal. He got a piece of it. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
To the inside. Here's Richmond. Fires the 3. The rebound by Ben Simmons. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Tampa. Here's Mullen. Drops in the 3. Mullen's got 9. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Paul. And he banks in the layup. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Yeah, and despite his relative lack of size, CP very crafty finishing inside.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Picked it. Here we go, all alone.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Paul with it. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort. Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Pass to Richmond. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Artest.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Robertson. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game. And using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game.
59.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Tampa. It's a one-point game. Pass to Mullen. There's the three. He can't hit that time.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Richmond. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Driving in. Pass to Mullen. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Hawkins. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Here's Robertson. And it's Hawkins with a rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Here's Embry. Nice move. Launches a three. Oh, nice shot by Havlicek. And now it's an 8-point Chicago lead.
His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half. This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Chicago making a switch here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Pass to Robinson. There's the drive. And a missed layup.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Here's Richmond. Here's Mikan. To the wing, right side. Wide open. It's hauled in by Mullen. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Chicago leading by 6.
Tampa foul call. Oscar Robertson. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Richmond. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And Robertson gets it to go.
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Tampa foul call. Chris Mullen. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. To the paint. Here's Mikan. And the rebound goes to Tampa. Here's Robertson. Soft touch off the glass. And now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Third team foul.
Outside Paul. Pass to Havlicek. Now here's Paul. 6 to shoot. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
If you're a head coach, you love having a guy like Chris Paul around. He's a coach on the floor for you and helps keep everyone accountable.
Chris Paul. 2 shots.
That one's off. He hits the second from the line. Here's Robertson.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to McHale. Here's Artest. Fires for 3. And no good.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Left side, Paul. A minute 42 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bulls up, high post. The Bulls with another miss. Pass to Robinson. Here's Mullen. There's the triple. Robinson gets the bucket.
Love the old school finger roll. It's just a graceful move.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Bulls. The lead is 2. Pass to Mikan. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with them.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept that extra pass mentality the whole way. There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
There's a screen. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Richmond. The kick out to Paul. Into the lane. And it's in.
You have a big shot. Why not go to Paul? He's seen every situation. Nothing flusters him.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Here's Robertson. Robinson on the wing to take the lead. Oh, bangs home the 3.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Hey, that right there was a lot of confidence, given the size of the disadvantage there.
Yeah, a skilled player can work around the mismatch. He's used to dealing with larger guys.
And Tampa calls time here. How do you think this is going to play out?
Down 1 with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
Inside. Here's Artest. So a close game sees Chicago taking this one.
I'll take my dub. Take my dub.
comments.